foot off and talk about their core values. I think everything that's good about rugby league here as a community game, helping one another, the friendship, camaraderie, support for people in need, is on evidence here today by everybody who's turned up, and nobody will ever forget this occasion. Magnificent mark of respect here for Rob Burrow, what he's given to the game and what he is as a man as well. Anybody who's ever met him can't fail to walk away but being impressed by him. He's such a kind and honest person. And I think that's the reason why so many people have made the effort to do what they can here today to support.
Including Jamie Jones Buchanan. This was going to be his day, and he's sacrificed.
That's a wonderful gesture, but not unexpected, is it? If anybody who knows Jamie Jones Buchanan, we feel like we do, having commentated on him for so many years and spoken to them in and around the dressing room for so many years. You feel like you know these players, and none of this is a surprise. None of this is a turn up for the books. You expected this, and what a wonderful exhibition we're seeing.
You're right, Jamie Jones Buchanan, who just fell on that ball, he's probably the most selfless person that's ever played in Super League, and I think that's again why he's so well respected. He might not have been the best player at Leeds at this moment. He's had a tremendous career of longevity, durability, and honesty. The dedication he's had, the self-discipline to turn up continuously year after year, game after game, and do what he's done to contribute and to help his team. It's all about the team.
If the Bradford Bulls could score 24 points in the next 2.5 minutes, we'd go to golden point extra time, wouldn't we?
Rob Burrow would kick.
One thing the one about Messrs Peacock and Lululine might not be so keen on the extra time on the field.
Well, the closing minutes here, Keith Senior, another former Leeds great, out on the field. And the crowd, despite the fact it's a pre-season friendly, and by this stage in the pre-season friendly, they'd be heading for home, wouldn't they? And I don't think anybody's leaving this stadium.
Stuart Fielder looks like he's auditioning or he's on trial for a contract. He's really giving it a full beat.
How bizarre would that be if somebody came out of this with a late deal? Yes. Bradford, they've given as good as they've got. They really have done their coach proud. That kick is picked up by Sutcliffe.
Brett Delaney on the field as well now. Another stalwart of that Leeds Rhinos pack for so many years. Fielden again. It's a heavy contact. It's unnecessary. Unnecessary contact and kind of the other way.
Well, Jamie Peacock, who is still out there, I think. He's Senior. Oh, Senior. Has he got the pace? Probably not. But he keeps possession. Here's Burrow now. Burrow. Here is JP, yeah. The head bandaged, blood oozing from the head of the old warrior. Look at him. He could be on the slopes now. He could be, well, enjoying some après-ski. Instead, he's involved in a Bradford friendly. Here's Greg Johnson now. Johnson takes the ball. Just a few seconds to go.
Now, it's a real positive point from the Bradford Bulls perspective is the fullback, the number one Pickersgill who's playing the ball. He's set fair for a great season.
Godwin, one of the former Bradford stars, who's out there, part of this remarkable finish to what has been a remarkable game. Leeds will register a pre-season win as they prepare for the new Super League campaign, just 3 weeks away now. Hull FC, their first opponents on that double header with Toronto against the Casper Tigers. Sinfield taking a heavy tackle from David Foggin-Johnston. Across the field goes Delaney. Last few seconds here. Maguire. Little shimmy. Oh, lovely work. Little kick ahead from Maguire. The ball is kicked ahead, and eventually it's Pickersgill who quite rightly falls on it and saves the day. He's done some good work at fullback as Brandon Pickersgill, and There is the hooter, fittingly involved in the action at the end. Hands on his hips, embraced by all, saluted by all. Rob Burrow. And a farewell to Headingley Stadium for him, for Jamie Jones Buchanan. A finale, a swan song for a man who has had a glittering career, won every honour going. Rob Parker among those to salute Rob Burrow. Keith Senior, he's only been on the field for 7 minutes and he's emerged bloodied and battered.
They'd be proud of that.
He wouldn't have it any other way.
They'd be very proud of that. Just on Rob Burrow, and you're saying a farewell now on the playing field at Emerald Headingley Stadium. He's got a battle ahead of him. He's got a real battle ahead of him. But what a way to set yourself up with the crowd that has come along today and the support that he's received. He spoke about a positive attitude and how that's stronger than any medicine you can take. Well, he's got a fair old dose of that today.
He's been the smallest player in Super League, but with the biggest, kindest heart. And he goes leaves here with everybody's well wishes and support. I'm sure they will continue that in the months and years ahead for Rob and his family.
37 years of age, Rob Burrow. Like I said, a glittering career, 492 Leeds appearances. And this final one has been... It's hard to describe how this has felt this afternoon. It's just whether to make it a celebration.
Well, it is a celebration.
It is a celebration.
It is a celebration. I can see the emotion on your faces as we're looking at these pictures. And the power that these gestures have made from around the sporting community, not just in rugby league, but certainly with this man at the core of it. It's been an exceptional day.
Barry, I'll jump in here beside me. Your great mate, Rob. Mate, let's go, Jackson. AC Maya, hello, how are you doing?
Good.
You have a good day?
Yes.
A big crowd as well?
Yes.
And you were cheering for Dad when he came on?
Yes.
Okay, and what about Jackson? It's his first game, is it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, lots of yeses there. Mate, how does it feel?
Overwhelming, Brian. I can't believe the turnout today. Overwhelming, unbelievable, forever grateful, unbelievable.
A huge crowd. It's a sellout for the first time ever at the redeveloped Headingley. We've seen some of the greats of Super League come out here. Leeds Rhinos players, Bradford Bulls players, all to honour you and Jamie Jones Buchanan.
What can I say to that? I only hope they know I do the same for them. That's all. Unbelievable.
Absolutely, Rob. It's going to be a tough battle ahead, but you do know and you've seen today you've got the support of the Rugby League family behind you and your beautiful family.
Absolutely. We're not the biggest sport, but the closing knit. So, thank you so much.
Just stay there for a second, Barry. You come around here. You went to battle you two plenty of times. He's been rocked like everybody has, Rob, by your news, but he's going to be standing right beside you, aren't you, Barry?
An unbelievable character, Rob, and I think the respect that everybody's shown you today, the respect that everybody's shown you here today, for you to get out there, you're an absolute champion and an inspiration, mate. Good on you, pal.
We're gonna let you go. We're gonna let you acknowledge the crowd. Are you gonna give us a little dance before we go? Are you gone shy? Listen, go out there and wave to everybody there because they've come here to see your dad, and you know your dad's a very special man, don't you?
Yes.
Yes. And what about you, Jackson?
Yeah.
Rob, all the very best, mate. Thanks for your time. We'll chat to you soon. Barry, Macy, Maya and Jackson Burrow going with their father. The first time he's walked out with the girls before, the first time he's able to walk out for a game with his son Jackson. It's in the most incredibly difficult circumstances, Barry. But as he said, he got reminded today how special the Rugby League family is. You okay, mate? Listen, All right. Okay, we'll let you compose yourself for a second. We got lots more interviews down here pitch side. We're going to get to them very shortly. There's some of the greats of the game taking the field here today in front of this magnificent crowd. We're going to go back to Bill Arthur at the moment. Bill, back to you.
Brian, thanks. And Jamie Peacock just reliving the moment that he managed to get. I assume he's left the rest of the family back in wherever they're skiing. He's going to return with probably 10 stitches in his forehead.
He's got a great story when he gets back, hasn't he? He seems to be enjoying time, everybody. I mean, laughter and smiles are hopefully going to be something that resonates throughout the rest of the evening for all of these players with Jamie Jones Buchanan. About enjoying yourselves. I'm sure they'll enjoy themselves tonight.
Phil, you spoke about how there wasn't a less selfish person in Super League. Well, Jamie Jones Buchanan made a point of getting the entire Stanley team down, his former team, getting them down here and getting a team photograph on the field. He said, "I don't care how long it takes. I want to do that after the game." And the young lads in the shirts behind him is exactly that now. And this is very hard to forget, isn't it? Because we know that the overriding story here has been Rob Burrow and the news that he's had to face over the last month. And it's the reason why these guys have turned out in force and the crowd's turned out in numbers. But Jamie Jones Buchanan, he was already in that pantheon of player that was considered probably above the team, and he transcended the team, and he was a contemporary legend, to steal somebody else's phrase from earlier on today, to steal Robbie Hunter Fall's phrase. What a selfless act again in donating his portion, a portion of the funds raised today to Rob Burrow's fund. Just phenomenal.
17 seasons Rob Burrow played at the top level, and as we've seen, the golden generation he was part of have played their parts in honouring him today, and has been some occasion. The old warrior Jamie Peacock has returned, and we can hear from him.
But there you go, a friendly match of sorts. We saw the legends come on the field just before, with about 10 minutes to go. One of them that was welcomed on is the great Jamie Peacock, and he's come on for the war wound for the greatest possible cause, Jamie.
Yeah, what an event, what a wonderful event. I just think the way the community is pulled together for Rob, in the sporting community, in rugby league, and everybody just wants to do something for him. And I think that just speaks volumes about the guy. There's not one person who don't want to do something. There's thousands of people in and around Leeds doing all the different things just to try raising money. I think tonight's a wonderful occasion.
You've kept your good looks intact. Your former teammate here, Danny McGuire, he looks like he didn't even get on the field. Listen,
Still got a clean shirt, haven't you?
You know what, it is in the most difficult of circumstances, but it's a very special occasion. You get to honour two of your former teammates, Jamie Jones, of course, and Rob Burrow, a man who you went right beside for so many years.
Yeah, real special occasion, and I'm really glad I did it. Got back from Australia Thursday, but JP got here today. We just wanted to be out there with the boys, and the support's been fantastic. Everyone's got behind, obviously Rob, in really testing circumstances, and obviously Jones is a top lad, and great turnout.
I know, Barry, you want to ask these two boys a question, because he can't have a better support people around him, Rob Burrow, than men like this.
I think it's absolutely phenomenal. You've both made massive efforts, and I saw, before I get to you, JP, and we'll hear about your skiing and your exploits over there. Tell us about, I saw a wonderful picture of you, an under-10s match where Rob Burrow, bless him, was only, the head guard was bigger than him. What were your first impressions of Rob when you met him?
Tough. Showing the same characteristics now. Tough, tenacious, talented. Loved playing alongside him all throughout the journey that we had together, starting under 11 Yorkshire. And obviously culminating in the 2017 Grand Final, lifting the trophy together. So unbelievable memories, and I class him as one of my best friends, and it was an honour to be out there playing for him today.
And to be shoulder to shoulder with him during this period of time, I know it's going to be very important to you and to him and his family. JP, skiing, just when did you land? When did you land at Manchester?
I got back, I don't know about 1 o'clock, I landed at 1 o'clock, go over here for 2:30, kick off, 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's been a busy morning, like 5:45 the game, but I wouldn't have missed it for anything. We was in the meeting together, and I was booking my flight already in the meeting to make sure I get here.
And our great friend Martin made sure that happened. He looks like he's babysat you all week. You've of course held back on the lagers and made sure you were in the correct condition.
Yeah, but you can look at it two ways, you know. The way I like to look at it is that I was at high altitude training camp to make sure I'm the best preparation for it.
And Mike, in terms of you and what you've got coming up and what we'll do for Rob Burrow, what are you looking forward to next? What's your next big Rob Burrow Peel event?
Just anything that he needs me. I told Rob, and I went to a dinner with him in Cumbria a few weeks ago, and anything he needs, you know, I'll be there. I'll be there
at the gala dinner in Feb?
Yeah, I'll be at the gala dinner. Anything he needs, I told him, you know, I love his family, his mum and dad, and anything he needs, you know, I'll be there to support him.
Thanks, lads. Go and join the celebrations.
We'll let you go, Bar. We'll let the two boys go. I want to say a very special thank you to people that made this day happen. I'd like to thank Kelly Jenick, they provided all the equipment for free, Euro Generators, NEP, Sky Sports for broadcasting this game, and all the production and crew that made this possible. It's a very big day for Rob Burrow and Jamie Jones Buchanan, and without their help, this wouldn't have happened. And I want to mention one man in particular, our former executive producer, Neville Smith, who pulled all of that together and made sure that this game, this very special game, this incredibly memorable game, would be televised for you today on Sky Sports. So on behalf of Rob Burrow, I know he said to pass this on, a big special thank you to Neville Smith. In the meantime, from the pitch side here, on a very, very sad occasion, but hopefully an occasion that shows you how good this game of rugby league and this family of rugby league supporters are. Back to you, Bill Arthur.